Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It was an emergency recording of the show for reasons you will find out in the show. So there is no guest today. It's pretty random, and there's no time to skip to because everything's all kind of jumbled up. But it's fun and comedy perfection. So enjoy the show.
Guys, hold on a second.
There's a difference in the mentality of country people and city people.
Okay, hold on. Christian women came into his room and they were freaking out about all the witchcraft stuff.
I used formulaic magic.
Doc, we don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, my anniversary's coming up. I want to make it really special.
In other words, how can a man save some money on Viagra?
What do you get when you mix tacos, methamphetamines, no guest, Sizzurp, and neat things? Why, you get the Bravely Mistaken podcast. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is I, Jordan O'Leary, once again on this fine Thursday, but today is a fine Sunday, bringing you another episode of Bravely Mistaken. We don't have a guest today, so there's not really much to announce at the beginning of the show, but we're going to see where it goes, have some fun, get into a little bit. Angel's here!
Hey!
Of course, Angel's here to make sure that I'm not completely going to die on stage on my own here. Angel, thank you for coming this week once again.
Always happy to be here.
That's good. Let's see here. Okay, thank God we've got you on your side recording because you sound like shit coming through Skype. Let me tell you. But the folks at home won't know this.
Always happy to be here.
Yeah, anyway, we don't have a guest today, Angel, but you know this because we've been talking for an hour already. So I just thought we'd do our little chat and get into some neat things after the break.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Weird. I think we should get weird.
I think we actually got some viewers, more viewers when we just did a news show.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
I like it.
Yeah, because I started doing clips like big time, and the clips seem to be kind of working. But I didn't do
the clips.
I do like the clips too, and I haven't done it for the cartel episode, not yet. I've literally just been so goddamn fucking busy, man. I'm telling you, dude. I was killing it in Seattle. I was just nailing my. Oh God, I turned up the saturation too high. I did it last second. You saw me turn it up last second. Anyway, there's a big red zit on my nose. Everybody at home. I was killing it. I was waking up at a decent time in the morning. I was getting in my half-hour meditation. That's part of my thing. I was eating starting at 1 p.m. like we talked about in our bet. And I was getting my exercise in, and I was stopping eating at 9 p.m. I was doing everything right, and I was focused. I knew I wasn't going to eat till 1, so what do I have to do? I just work. And I was just checking things off. Mail, email, cleaning out hard drives, just flushing it all out, right? And dude, I was just so excited to get back to action here in Mexico. And I get here, and I moved into a trailer. I'm not in my same place, as you can see. Can you see? I'm not in my same place that I was. So I'm in this trailer, and I get here, and of course, everything is fine, according to the person moving me in, which I believe. And then the moment I get here, everything's fucked up. There's no water. I can't get water into the place. And all the drawers are laying around, and I've got tons of shit, to unload and then to get from the other house that I left here when I took my holiday flight out of here. I left a bunch of shit. And then just every day, it was just something like, oh, the gas guy's coming. Oh, the guy's going to come look at the water. Oh, he's going to do this. And literally, I haven't had time to do shit, Angel.
So
Nothing.
Are you mobile? or is it like a
Okay,
trailer?
you're unfrozen.
Like
I haven't done time to do.
What happened? Was I frozen?
It's a trailer.
It's a
not an
trailer.
RV.
So it's not an RV. So it's just a trailer. That's
Yeah.
that's where it is.
Say that again. you broke up. Say it again.
Yeah, no, I look like a fucking kung fu movie here. I was just making sure that you're stationary and you weren't in an
Yes.
RV that's actual mobile. So is it a park?
No. It's not a park. Dude, I'm telling you, man, when I lived at Savannah's place back in the day.
I remember that. Yeah, that was a park. That was a trailer
Dude,
park.
I had such low opinions about trailer parks and things like this. You know, like, I think it's just like it's fun. You know, trailer park boys, all that stuff. I had such low opinions about it, but I moved into the trailer, dude, in Palm Springs. What was it, like 2008, something like that.
Sure.
And man, it's only 10 years. It's only 10 years ago, dude. Like 12 years ago, 11 years ago. I swear to God, man, that was the moment when I dropped. I was so worried about my future, what I was going to do. I'd already worked at Sony, and then I stopped working at Sony, and I went to Japan for a little while. And I was just like so stressed, so red head, like back of the head on fire, stressed at Sony, like panic attacks and shit. That I don't know what it is. I ended up in this trailer, and the bills were so low, and everything was so cheap that I literally, man, I just let it all go, like in a very with some intense meditation. I let it go. I really did. And I woke up in this fucking thing, and my whole life turned around. Like, it was just the fact that I knew where my computer was. I knew where my blankie was. I knew where my pillow was. I knew where my clothes were. I didn't have all this junk. I had this very limited space. It was so cheap. I was saving money, and I only had to work a week out of the month. I'd never been happier in my life because it was so. I just knew where everything was in my mind, and my whole energy, all my energy was available because I didn't have all this stuff. And it was just like, I'll put a coconut plant here. I don't have to fucking put plants in the whole house. I'll put one coconut plant, and that's all I need to do, you know? And really, it was awesome. So anyway, I'm in a trailer now.
And is it as awesome?
It's like smaller.
The expression on your fucking face did not sell awesome there, buddy.
No, it's cool. It's just
Like, is it awesome?
it's cool and everything. It just, I'm sure, yeah, you know, if I had 2 weeks to make sure everything's working, you know, I got to go out and do a bunch of shit anyway tomorrow to get the water working still. But, you know, if that was all happening, yeah, it'd be great. It's actually really lovely. I'll give a little tour next week. I'm sure everyone's dying to see this place. I'll give a little tour next week.
So can I ask something? Because it's been on my mind since we started talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta ask about the stash. You look great. Okay. I'm not shitting on it.
I don't, the way
you also look
you're talking about my face when
like
you asked
my
about the
father,
trailer, but the
and
way you first asked, you know, before we got on the show, did not sound like you liked it. Okay,
you make it work. You make it work.
with the hot dog shirt, ladies and gentlemen, I have like a half Fu Manchu mustache. It looks like the top of like a friar's head, kind of mustache.
It looks like a senior picture from the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. It's 70s style. It looks like Leo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when they give him that mustache. It's all right.
Sure. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more tamed and well
It's a little more
maintained.
tamed. Right. Like I've got a little more testosterone in it. But yeah, anyway, I had to. There's a couple reasons. Number one, I fucking shaved my face. I had a beard and I shaved I wanted to try shaving the lower part of my chin and just keep the beard on the lower line of my jaw. But the problem is I've got this, like, you know, Ethan Klein double chin, you know? And when I did it, I looked like such a fucking moron. I will show you right now, actually, what I look like. So when I look like this, when I had that little beard. So I had this little beard, And by the way, Angel is asking for real, like why I have the mustache. This isn't like a bit, although it is a bit. I made it a bit, but everyone wants to know. So I look like an idiot. Here's the yeah. So that's a better shot of it. Like how stupid I fucking looked. I looked like number one from Star Trek, but like kind of fatter. I don't know.
You mean number
like
two?
Double chinned. I think it's number one. Number one.
Number
I have
one
to take
is...
a number two. No, number two is on Austin Powers.
Oh, is it number one?
You better hurry with that.
I'm looking this shit up.
Okay. So I look like an idiot. I actually got on the plane from Seattle coming back to Mexico with this stupid beard on. Like, it just looks so dumb. So I got a big story, actually, which I've already told you, so I'll zoom through it. But this is reason number 2 why I have the mustache.
Fuck, you were right. It's number 1.
Yeah, man. Come on, buddy. I have to take a number 2. So, you remember the churro adventures, right?
I love the churro adventures.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's see if I can pull that up while we're talking about it. So, this girl right here. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be outing her so much. Do you think I should?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay. Anyway, so you see this part right here. You remember this part.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Who doesn't forget a stare like that? The way that this woman stares at Jordan is just... It's like, damn, she wanted to fucking hit you.
Oh, dude, that was like her shtick, man. I mean, she's laughing there and everything. That was her thing. Like, and that's what I liked her, actually, because she was always just looking right at you, you know? And I don't know. There's something very... Look at her. Look at that. Dude. Yeah. It's amazing.
No.
I mean, really, she's a character. So me and Pilar, we're all thinking that, you know, she's awesome. Like, she's this amazing worker. You know, she's paying attention. She really wants it. She's trying to get it in, you know. She's showing up on time. She's fucking picking things up. She's doing, you know, she's like being proactive and everything. And me and Pilar, you know, my business partner of sorts, we're looking at each other going, yeah, this girl knows what the fuck she's doing, man. You know, so it turns out, so she starts working as a, I'll show you Pilar real quick. This is Pilar. Here's Pilar right here. So she starts working, so the other girl, this girl.
I can't see. You still got this thing up here.
Oh, I'm sharing my screen that way. Okay, yeah. I mean, you know Pilar. That's Pilar. So this girl here, who's working, she starts working on tacos because she's doing such a great job. There's another taco shop that's associated with the churro cart. And she starts working the tacos because she's doing so great and everything like this. And these tacos are great, by the way. They're fantastic. They're called Tacos Árabes. Okay? And they are from Puebla, and they're essentially shawarma, but they're made with pork. Okay? So it's like shawarma made with pork, and they use like flatbread, like a pita bread kind of thing. You know, very unique in San Jose, in Cabo, in Los Cabos, but very common in Puebla. So anyway, she puts her on that. Things are going great, and I guess one day she has this like panic attack thing, you know, and I think the word around the campfire is there's some coke involved, something like this. Anyway, no big deal, whatever, you know. One day, this is 2 days ago, I decide to go get some tacos. I'm here, you know, fresh here again. I want to get some Árabes, support Pilar's biz. And I head over there, and before I get there, I am told that this girl at the taco shop had another panic attack where her fingers are like this and everything, and she's like, you know, convulsing and just red and going nuts here. Right, so I'm told this. I'm usually fucking with her, you know, like in the videos, you know. I'm usually like, you know, fucking around with her, you know. And so I get in there, And I'm on the phone with you, by the way, when I get there. And the moment I get there, I didn't really tell you this. I did tell you. She runs across the street right when I get there. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. There's nothing there. And then she runs back. And I got off the phone with you. I go in there. I can see she is not in the fucking mood to be talking to me. She's not in the mood to be talking to me. And I just sit and eat my fucking tacos. I just sit and do my thing. And so I get ready to go, and the whole time she won't even look at me. She won't even fucking take a look at me, right? I don't even want to look at her, nothing. Like, she's making a point not to look at me. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with this girl. I'm just thinking she's having a bad day, she's embarrassed, whatever. So I leave. Turns out next morning, I go to coffee with Pilar, the owner, and she's telling me that this woman's significant other, who also works at the taco shop, told Pilar that this taco girl, this girl right there, she thought that I was going to take her to rehab. So she thought I had arrived to take her to rehab, right? Which is, crazy and funny, I guess. But I guess as it turns out, the whole time I was there, she was ready for me to try to take her to rehab. And in order so that she wouldn't go, she's a taquero. She's a taco girl. She's got the knife shaving it off the shawarma stick. She said she was ready with the knife if I had tried to take her to fucking rehab. So she's sitting behind the goddamn counter with the knife in her hand, like ready for me to come at her. And here I am just getting fucking tacos, Here I am. I'm just going to get tacos, like.
I mean, there's so many problems with that rationale, but I guess when you're on a fucking drug, binge, nothing makes sense. But like, she thought you were gonna physically fucking grab her.
She's
and
on
be like,
meth.
You're going to rehab.
Yeah, she's on meth, and like, not only like, is that a good thing that I'm gonna put her in? Like, all she has to do is say no. Yeah. She doesn't.
I don't know. You were trying to make a churro, and it looked like that bitch was going to stab you.
Yeah, well, no shit. But I mean, that was just it. Like, it's. I actually thought about it for a second, and I'm like, dude, this girl could have done some fucked up shit. And so, it turns out that she's on meth. She's methed out. So we're thinking that she's this great taco girl, this great worker, just ready there, Johnny on the spot, like ready to fucking do whatever. And it turns out she's just on meth, Turns out she's
of course she's there. She's been there all night. She's been there since 2 days before.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, and she's like, where is it? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's get going here, because she's on meth. So anyway, she's having these meth freakouts. She's got a knife in her hand. God knows what. Like, I'm serious. This has happened. So obviously, I'm sitting there with Pilar, and I say, "Did you fire her?" Like, I hope you fired her. And she says yes. Okay, so this is where it gets another level of interesting, as if it wasn't already interesting enough. So she doesn't have a taco girl, and the way this woman would make tacos, and everyone who's kind of worked there, these cones, if you see these cones in Mexico, these big, al pastor cones that they make in Mexico, they're gorgeous, and they've got meat stacked on them, and they're shaving the meat off of them. Everyone I've seen at that fucking taco shop, they're just cutting into it, and like, you got these like kind of bars, strips of meat, which is not what you want. You want this shaved, like the part that's been charred a little bit by the flame, you want to cut all that stuff off with a little bit of the other stuff so it's nice and juicy. And you've got the char with the juice and a little crispiness to it. That's what you want, and not just like kind of wet meat, which is good too. But that's the reason you have this trumpet, this cone, So anyway, I'm always talking shit about it. I'm always saying, God damn it, why the hell don't they have what these people don't know how to cut it properly, because I always wanted that. I crave it. I know you do too, Angel. You meat eater, you.
Oh, I loved it. I used to.
Pathetic.
Oh God.
Anyway, so I saw this as my chance to show everyone how it's done. So, I mean, like, really, like, she doesn't have a taco person. She might have to shut down until she finds someone. She's got someone to train. This girl was going to be trained by the legit guy. She has another shop in San Lucas, like the very popular one. And the legit dude was going to come up and train her how to do it. And she was on the path to success. You know? All right, anyway. So
I'm still waiting I'm starting to rack my brain thinking of how this is going to relate to the mustache. Like, is it a rule? Is there like an open flame that they just don't want the beard near?
Oh man, I mean, my stories, like I was telling Angel, I really need to learn how to like move my stories along. Yeah, we're getting there. So I say, fuck it, I'll do it, man. Let me do it. And she says she could find someone, but they come later in the evening. So I say, okay, I'll do the shift in the beginning, and then I could be replaced by this person, and I'll give you till Wednesday. You train me how to do it, and I don't speak Spanish. It's going to be in Spanish, but anyway, I'm learning from the best. I'm learning from the best Mexico has to offer, really. This guy's from Acapulco, man. You know about Acapulco? It's fucked up in Acapulco. I know it's fucked.
Is it fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
That used to be like the fucking vacation spot.
Oh, look it up on your free time, during your free time sometime. Look it up. It's awful. It's awful. Like, it's really thugged out, like super thugged out. So anyway, he's going to teach me. Serious. He taught me. And yeah, I did it. I went yesterday. And it was real. So I had this stupid ass beard on, right? I had this dumbass beard, and I just didn't want to serve tacos with this dumbass beard, I don't know. And so I just shaved it off, and I was going to be the mustached taquero, and that's not a great ending, but that's what,
So
that's it.
So it's for a little persona when you're doing the tacos.
Remember when? Yeah. Oh shit! I guess I gotta switch it over. There you go. See, that was on me the whole time. Yeah. Remember when I was in Canada and I did the ice cream truck? Yeah, the ice cream truck. Mr. Cool. I put on the cowboy hat and I was cowboy cool. Remember that?
God. Oh my God.
So anyway, I don't know. I like to flare it up. Listen, I was going to have a video. Today, and this is an emergency show recording because I got to work tomorrow and Thursday and Tuesday and Wednesday at the taco shop. So I don't have time to do the show because you're at work and everything. So yeah, I just didn't have time to really throw together, and I got really caught up yesterday during making tacos that I was like, fuck the video. But I got a little teaser for you. Here we go. Let's see. So I'm gonna play it for you. Here you go, everyone. This is me making tacos. Okay.
Oh my God.
Except I'm gonna use. Normally we spray it with this oil, but I'm going to use the grasa. Yeah. So that's the I need to get like a I don't know how this is going to work here. That is as you can see, the big cone in the background there. That's the meat right there. Yeah,
beautiful piece of
loser. All right, here we go. I'm going to use the grasa. De carne. So I'm using the grease of the meat to marinate the tortilla. And then I start cooking the tortilla, do a little dance. This is it right here.
Oh, look at that.
Oh. Beautiful. That's awesome. I'm slicing just these beautiful, like, what would you call? Just like shit, like leaves of meat. falling off of the cone of the stacked meat that just falls into this, and it's all ready to roll. I think if you lose the bet, you got to eat meat with me.
Oh, you are just hell bent on getting me to eat meat again.
Quiet. Got queso on it. It's called a gringa. Tacos gringa.
Oh,
it means there's
no.
cheese on it.
You want to shut up.
Stupid. Look at that. Isn't that great? Watch this. Putting that fresh meat on it. It's just not as fun. Look at this. That salsa is awesome.
Hey, you remember my boss.
And there she is. Sorry, can I just say this? Real quick? Does she not look kind of sexy there?
Yeah, oh no, it's a very sexy look. She does that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pilar looks sexy there. I've never seen that before.
See?
That's nice. I think look at Angel, man. Look at Angel. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to let Pilar know. Okay. Here it comes. Close your eyes, Angel. Take a big old bite. Yeah. Yeah. And there you have it, senor.
God. I don't know what it is. I love watching you do food stuff, man. I always have. You fucking love food. You get so happy.
Well, I'm going to do another version of that. Thank you very much. I'm going to do another version of that. I'm going to film more stuff tomorrow, and we'll have a bigger, like a whole thing of how we make it and how it all goes down and everything.
So what?
Yeah,
so,
we'll do that
right,
tomorrow.
So you're taking over. You're going to do the tacos.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that girl? Is she just that's it? She's a meth addict in Mexico. That's her life now.
Well, her and her significant other. And I was actually, because she really wanted the job. Like, she's like, you're going to fire me now and stuff to Pilar. And so when I went over there, and I forgot to do it, but I seriously, I was going to put my bow and arrow behind the counter.
No.
Well.
No.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. No, and I had like sanctioned by Pilar and everybody. They're like, yeah, go ahead.
You can talk your way out of it. You can talk your way out of a fucking altercation. You're
meth?
Smart enough. I mean, here's the thing, dude. You could be on anything, but the second that you pick up a weapon, a crazy fucking person is going to be like, oh, it's on. That's it. No. There's no talking away. There's no, like, you can outrun that woman, I'm sure.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's but no, I'm not just going to shoot, I'm not going to shoot her in the back, Like,
no, but I'm saying the second, if you pulled that up and went, hey,
no,
like, even that's it. Like, they're like, oh, no, go shoot me.
It's like the bull is running at me and I'm going, oh shit, like that's what it would be. No, like, she's coming at me and no, fuck that. No, yeah, if she's like, I'm going to be like, hey, hey, I'm not going to shoot her,
What about just booking it? Like, you see that bitch coming,
no,
just
I'm not
bam,
gonna book
gone.
it. No.
Why?
It's not a pussy. Come on, man.
It's not about being a pussy. It's just about, then punch her. Then stand your ground and punch her.
Donkey punch?
Do whatever you gotta do. Throw some of that fucking grease you were cooking the taco with at her.
Like fucking
but
T2?
I'm just saying that
throw across the fucking desk into the grease? Into the grease oven?
Yeah, there you go. Look, I don't know. I'll
say, you forgot to say pleat. And I'll throw her across the goddamn thing. She'll land on the plancha.
God.
What do you think?
Oh God! Be the first Mexican to die from a bow and arrow since Sizzurp Chavez.
They'll find her seared on the plancha on the flat grill with arrows sticking out of her.
Oh man!
Well, listen, no, I actually really liked her. It sucks, man. I liked her a lot, and I was saying to Pilar, I'm like, dude, we were both wrong as fuck. You know, like, we thought she was like the next, you know, apprentice, you know, kind of thing.
Well, you never know.
Yeah. Well, I think we know now that she's
Well,
not.
yeah, I mean, after the fact, she was brandishing a fucking weapon, sure.
Yeah, fuck, man. That's weird. I mean, that's kind of weird that my number was written on that knife while I was sitting there eating pork.
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
It's weird. I don't know. Anyway, listen, I wanted to get to our bet and our diet bet, but let's do that after. I got to talk to you. I really do have to talk to you about it, man to man. But don't worry, I'm a man, so
I know you're a man.
Meaning I'm a man of honor. Women
man
also
with a
have
mustache.
honor with a mustache. Yeah. Women don't have mustaches. Unless you're
some
Frida. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll come back after these messages. We're going to have us talking about the bet. Super exciting stuff, I know. And we will have neat things, which I have no music for because I couldn't. Oh, you're frozen. I couldn't.
Let it go.
Ah, fuck, man. I didn't even want to do this today. All right, we'll be back right after these messages. Message. You know what message it's going to be. Some fucking message every time.
So why not just use soap and water to remove booty smells like a regular person? Well, the problem is toilet paper. Yes, that stuff we use every day is making you stink without you even knowing it. And it goes like this. Say you're hiking through the mighty land and oops, you fell into the mud and look, it's all over your hands. All you can do is wipe them off with the napkins you have stuffed in your pockets, but of course you know that they won't totally clean all the mud off. There's still going to be a thin layer of dirt on your palms that won't go away until you find a sink or a river. Well, the same thing is happening in the bathroom, friends. We are literally rubbing our bunk into our trunk. And it just sits there all day until we shower. And in the meantime, that thin layer begins to marinate under the skin. And once it's in there, it's impossible to wash out. We can scrub and scrub and scrub, but there will always be that certain essence left over. I don't even want to mention what happens after a few years of this behavior. And baby wipes don't get everything. Definitely not the stuff that's already in there. So we're still stuck in the muck. The only way to lift that baked on booty is Booty Fresh. The Booty Fresh is not a cover-up. Instead, it pulls out and zaps the odor-causing bacteria that is hiding underneath the skin that regular soap and water and washing and scrubbing just can't get out. No, this is not a joke, and yes, it really works. You just spray it on, let it sit, rinse it off, and bam, the sweet smell of nothing. Never worry again about ruining your chances with that hot date or missing a shower because you're off slaying that dragon. Booty Fresh gets you back to zero with just one use, and you can actually feel it working. Booty Fresh is made with totally natural ingredients already meant for the skin, and one use will work up to a whole week. So for all your intimate close encounters, or to just make sure that you're OCD clean back there, spray on Booty Fresh and bring out only the truest you. Get some Booty Fresh and love your butt.
Available at Amazon.com.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. Again, if you want to catch the video version of this, you can go to Jordan's Moves, one word, Jordan's Moves, on YouTube. We also have a podcast version. So, Angel, did you make yourself a little drink? A little mate?
I did. I got a little mate. Have you ever had Argentine mate?
I have, yeah. I think I could get into it. Is it like really buzzy stuff?
What do you mean by buzzy?
Is it like kind of coffee caffeine, or is it more like tea caffeine?
Oh, no, this has got some fucking caffeine in it.
Yeah, well.
But it
is it
tastes
no-dose
really
caffeine?
good.
Like when we took half a bottle of no-dose? Dumbest idea ever.
Kind of.
Speaking of,
But no,
sleepovers.
it's just fucking absolutely delicious. For me, it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And I love the taste, but a lot of people can't get over the bitterness, and they put a little sugar in it, which I can't do. No,
I'm down with the bitter.
I like the bitter.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like that. Everyone's driving around with it with their little douchey little thing. But I'm sure that's the way you're supposed to drink it. It's just the way it is. And so I saw some like old men doing it that way. I'm like, okay, it's not that douchey. See how
What
we
do you
judge?
mean douchey? Like the little? Are you talking about the bombisha, the fucking straw?
Well, listen, it's the people I see doing it. You see what I mean? They're just like, oh yeah, it's my fucking. You know, obviously you're from Argentina. That's the way you do it. But you see all these.
I grew up with this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you see these guys who, I don't know. Listen, I'm being judgmental, man. It's that simple.
No, look, I mean, I get it. It's like the fedora thing, right? Like, hey, fedoras are great, but there's a lot of assholes that wear fedoras too.
Right. So you kind of get these like hippie guys, you know, these like kind of like minimalists. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know.
It's trendy.
It's a trendy, exactly. It's a trendy, exactly.
I don't know.
Right.
If I saw fucking more people drinking mate, I'd be fucking happy. But I don't know. You see people in Mexico drinking fucking mate?
No, not really. But you see it when you travel further down Mexico, like getting south. You know, really, there's not a lot of these van life or kind of far out travelers in Baja. Baja's kind of the watered down version. It's a bit more expensive the rest of Mexico. But you get over to the mainland and the whole thing changes. The whole dynamic changes. You get people who are driving all the way to Argentina in their VR or VW buses. You get the party, like tons more tourism for party, for meditation, for yoga, stuff like this. Like all different, lot more tourism. Baja's kind of watered down. So you get more of it, and then you get into Guatemala. A lot more people are doing it the further south you go. Obviously, makes sense. But
Sure, yeah. I mean, because I think it's more of a South American thing. I mean, the only two places, when I was younger, the only two places I really knew was like Argentina. And then when I was in Uruguay, I saw like bus drivers having a fucking mate while they were driving the bus, which seemed dangerous, but you know, it's South America, they don't care.
okay, it's not douchey. It's not douchey. Officially not douchey anymore. You've changed my mind and my heart.
Thank you. It's delicious. It's wonderful, but it's a very cultural thing, and I loved it because in Argentina, you know, it's big if someone shares a mate with you, because they're sharing like that straw, you know, and there's like, I don't know, there's something like very close knit about sharing a mate with someone.
See, now I feel bad because people have shared mate with me.
You should. That's a big thing, or at least it was in Argentina.
I mean, how many sips do you get out of that thing, though?
So you have to constantly refill it. So I got my little pitcher here.
I see.
So then I just, I keep pouring in. But it's really important, too, when you're preparing it, that you don't let your water...
Angel is pouring water into... He is pouring water into his mate jug cup.
And it's very important you don't let the water boil.
It's called a mate cupawero.
I'm just gonna let that
I'm
go.
Waiting for Angel's reaction here.
I'm just gonna settle. And
we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue waiting.
Okay, we're gonna keep this going. Jerk. Fucking
okay,
jerk.
listen. I've always been interested in mate. I really have. Okay, I'll give it a try. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry.
It's delicious. I definitely won't share one with you now.
Oh, come on, stop it. Listen, you're from Argentina, man. You're already on the cool list, of people who can do it,
Uh-huh. The non-douchey list.
Right. Exactly. I saw some old... Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
Fuck this topic. Please, go. Please.
Well, no, I was going to get into that whole lean, man. I've been looking at pictures of this purple drink again. I still can't believe this is still a fucking thing.
Yeah?
But,
well, you didn't send me no pictures.
Yeah, you want me to send you some pictures of lean?
Okay, so please explain what lean is to everybody.
So lean is when you get pharmaceutical grade cough syrup, generally with codeine, and you mix it in with soda, primarily Sprite.
So it does not have a DXM in it, though.
You can have like a drink with DXM, like if you want to do the poor man's version. A drink.
You mean getting up on some of that drink?
Give me some of that drink.
Yeah.
You can do it with DXM, but then you're talking about a totally different experience. That codeine just fucks you up nice, and you just chill, but it just destroys people.
Did you ever do
super
DXM?
Dangerous.
Did you ever do DXM?
Oh yeah, because you and fucking Kevin took 11 Sudafed, so I decided to robo-fry one day.
No, Coricidin cough pills.
Cough pills.
No, we weren't taking meth. We were taking
no.
cough.
Well, I thought that's what was in Sudafed, right?
There might be some version of Sudafed, that is like just the brand Sudafed, but no, like Sudafed is the pseudoephedrine, whatever that is, and then the Coricidin pills for coughs particularly is DXM, and it turns you into pardon the politically incorrect term, a retard. You're just like and I don't know. It wasn't particularly pleasurable, and it wasn't particularly bad either. You're just kind of like there, but not in like a psychedelic, way. You're just you're just there. I don't know. It's almost like deep sleep, but awake, which isn't so bad, honestly, but
sure.
It lasts
kind of like a
long
lewd.
time. Like a lewd?
Not that I've ever taken a fucking Quaalude.
It's both of us taking a drink out of our dead air while we drink our freaking douchey teas.
Mm-hmm.
I love my tea. Okay, so did you send me pictures?
I sent you pictures.
Okay, let me do this here. Let's see what's going on.
Some purple drink.
You got me up on that drink. Okay, hold on. Let me get this. Oh wow! Look at this, man.
So colorful. So the purple,
okay, what am I looking at
is
here?
when
Here
you get the real good stuff. Like the purple is like that's
so this is it.
That's the real good stuff. Yeah,
This
you usually
is it,
generally mix it in with Sprite. Sprite's the big popular one, so that way you retain that purple color because it's fucking clear.
Promethazine. Okay, let's see what DXM is. Okay, go on. And it's got codeine in it. Huh? I never knew
so
that.
it's a lot of fun, but it just destroys your brain. But
so dextromethorphan. Okay. Promethazine with codeine syrup. Let's see. Promethazine. Is it meth?
No. This is codeine. This is
now,
like fucking
dextromethazine.
heroin.
It's close.
Oh well, you're talking about the other one. You're not talking
we're mixing
about
other things. It's codeine plus this shit.
Oh, okay.
Dextromethane is a cough suppressant. Okay, DXM drug effects. Recreational effects. Okay. Oh God, I got to switch to it. Fuck, man. God damn it. All right, well. Okay, look. Wow, look at all this lean. Oh, wow, I didn't show the fucking photo. Okay, so this is it. This is the bottle, promethazine with codeine syrup, and I'm thinking promethazine is
meth.
is dextromethorphan, but it's not. So dextromethorphan is a cough suppressant. Promethazine is an antihistamine only.
And the only thing about this that I just recently found out is that the styrofoam cups that everyone puts these things in, they usually stack them. So there's like 2 or 3. And I was like, man, why the fuck does that guy have like 5 stacked styrofoam cups when he's drinking this?
Okay.
And I guess it's actually pretty smart. Like
this?
Your hand. So your hand is going to heat up the cup and it's going to melt the ice, and it's going to really water down everything and just, you're going to lose some of that potency. So
Some of that drink.
So that drink, because you want that drink to stay true.
What do you mean?
So you stack those cups.
What if it waters down though? I don't get it. What's the big deal if it's watered down?
I don't know if it fucks with the flavor. There was a specific reason. Now I'm just like totally lapsing on it. But they did. It was a really big that you didn't want your hand to heat up the ice or the drink. You wanted it to stay nice and cold.
I don't know. I don't know. I never find out next time you give us some fact like that, man. Because I want to know. I want to know why. Like, okay, why? But okay, I believe you. So that you don't want to melt the ice. You want it to be cold. Maybe it just loses some potency. I guess it just evaporates or some shit. Dude, I'll be honest with you, man. I want to take a fucking sip of this shit right now.
I know it looks so delicious, doesn't it?
It looks like I just want to sip it. And just kind of like lean, like get into that lean, you know?
Well, that's what you do. You get so fucked up, you can't walk. You just lean against some shit.
Oh my God. That sounds like, after this fucking show, it sounds perfect. Let's see here.
Oh man. Okay, this is why there's an opioid crisis, because this shit is just wonderful.
Okay, check this out.
I'm not promoting this. Don't do this.
Listen. I would do what is it? I would do opium. I would just smoke opium. I'd like to try it. I'd like to try to smoke opium someday. Stay with me here, Angel. You got to type and listen at the same time.
I'm typing and listening.
You got to type and listen. It's hard. I know it's good.
I'm figuring out how to respond to that comment.
BS. It's hard. It's hard to type and listen.
No, I'm serious. Like, what the fuck? Like, why on earth would you want to go and do something like that? Why?
Because I think it's like chewing coca leaves. It's not a big deal. That's
smoking.
What I understand.
Smoking opium and chewing a coca leaf are two totally different fucking things.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
110 fucking %.
I don't like the way my eyes are looking over there. I want to look that way. Really? Are you serious? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're just gonna say it's addictive and pretty much the same thing as taking heroin. I'm sure. So
100%, 100 fucking %, dude. There's reasons they had those fucking opium dens. I mean, there's definitely like I get the curiosity behind it. Like you want to try it just because, fuck, we tried everything else back in the day. Might as well.
I don't know. I do pretty well with addictive.
I've never seen you. I mean, you've never really had an addictive personality towards any of that shit, but I don't know. That's just my fear. With shit like that, it's just like my fear is that what if I really, really, really like this?
Well, but that's the thing. I don't think it's as bad as all that. I think it really is like even when I'm like sugar, like I'm drinking all this sugar and they say it's so addictive and cigarettes are more addictive than heroin and all this stuff. And this dude, it's like, I know when the fuck I'm smoking too many cigarettes, which I don't smoke anymore. Unless I've had 3 drinks and 2 more are coming, then I'll start smoking cigarettes. But dude, it's just like sugar and that kind of stuff. You just start to go, dude, I'm doing this too much. And then you suffer and go through and break it, but they say it's more addictive than heroin. I don't know. So it's like, okay. Like Vicodin's supposed to be really addictive. Hell, Percocet's supposed to be really addictive, remember? And we weren't like fiending for Percocet back in the day. I didn't even know it was an opiate. I mean, I didn't know shit, man. And
yeah, I mean, we liked it.
When the bottle ran out, that was that.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I think we have a pretty good constitution when it comes to that. But, you know.
Guess what? That was an opiate. That is like one of the opiates.
Well, no, and look, I've done plenty of fucking opiates in my life, and I enjoyed most of them thoroughly. But I don't know. There's a difference between saying I've smoked too much cigarettes, I've been drinking too much, and then I think I might have an opium problem. It's just like the next thing you know, you're behind a taco stand brandishing a knife thinking that people are going to come take you to rehab.
No, that's meth.
I know, but I'm, you know where I'm going with this.
You have to see the first part of the show, everybody. I guess everyone would have because there's no interview, so who gives a shit? No one's skipping. No one's watching anyway, let's be honest. Come on. But no, I don't know, man. It's like if it's supposed to be harder, yeah, sure, your health is going to be more fucked up if you're on opiates, I guess. But to break the habit, it's cigarettes are harder or something like this. Okay, well then I can do it. I don't know. I'd never say I will do it. Hell, I've had like teeth yanked out of my gums, you know, and like broken, yanked out, you know, and they give you Vicodin and everything, and I didn't even finish the bottle. I used to take that stuff all the time, you know.
See, now that's where I get scared. Is like when I get painkillers like that, I have never not finished the bottle.
Yeah, no, I've only with the wisdom tooth that I finished the bottle. I wanted more because it hurt, because it actually fucking hurt. But no, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I 9 times out of, and I have a pretty insanely high pain tolerance. 9 times out of 10, I'm in pain for 2 or 3 days, and I'm just like, oh, now I have a nice little bottle of drugs to get me through the day.
Yeah, see,
I never go for the refill, but I do finish the bottle.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I had a lot of time and stuff, I'd probably, you know, have a little. But I mean, obviously, with Vicodin, you take it, and really a half hour later, you just get pissy. Yeah, I just get pissed and irritable. You know, that's what I noticed. The DXM, anyway, taking DXM, the plateau. First plateau is described as having euphoria, auditory changes, and change in perception of gravity. Wow, okay, I don't remember that. Second plateau causes intense euphoria, vivid imagination, close-eye hallucinations. I remember Jay would go through that, sitting on the bed, closing his eyes. He'd be gone for a while. Third and fourth plateaus cause profound alterations in consciousness, and users often report out-of-body experiences or temporary psychosis. So that's 7.5 milligrams and over. I don't know how many 10 pills are. What would 10 pills be? How much DXM is in one Coracetin pill? 30 milligrams. Okay. Anyway, it says 30 milligrams in each one. I don't understand this. Milligrams per kilogram. Oh, okay, milligrams per kilogram. Well, fuck, I don't know. Okay, fuck that. I don't know.
I'm not
okay,
a
profound
scientist.
alterations. So what would I be? Let's say I am 80 kilograms back then. Okay, 80 kilograms, 300 milligrams per kilogram. So 300 milligrams divided by 80. So 300 divided by 80. Wait. 300 divided by 80. 300. Okay, let's find out. 300
divided by 80.
Divided
it's almost
by
4. It's
80
just under 4.
Equals 3.75. Okay, so we weren't even close. We weren't even close to that crazy shit. Oh yeah, Homeboy did a lot more than we did. Jay did a lot more than we did. I'll cut that out. We were at the second plateau, causing intense euphoria, vivid imagination, close. I don't think we were quite there yet. So we had auditory changes, change perception of gravity. Yeah. And then it fucking lasted. And then flanging, speeding up, slower down of sensory input, also characteristic. Slowing down of sensory input. Jesus Christ. And it's not a controlled drug. Known to cause vocalization in animals. What's that? Formation of
animals talk?
Vacuoles or adjacent cells. Offertures to basal cell. Oh, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's too much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Formal survey of DXM users showed that more than half the users reported experience of these withdrawal symptoms individually for the first week. Yeah, dude, it's like it lasted 4 days, man. Not the intense high, but really the come down was like 3 days after.
Sure.
Fatigue, apathy, flashbacks, constipation. Over a quarter reported insomnia, nightmares. Yeah, I had weird dreams on this shit. Yeah, man, that's weird. Okay, why do they have the cups in lean?
I guess with the temperature change, if you have just one styrofoam cup and the temperature starts to heat up a little bit and the ice starts to melt, the lean will actually seep through the pores of the styrofoam. So if you have multiple cups, I guess this doesn't occur. So
You're-
it allows
the
your drink
actual
to stay a little bit
chemical-
stronger. Yeah.
Because it stays colder, it won't move so much through the styrofoam. Interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, that is
That's fucking
fascinating.
That's getting
And what does
smart
it
with your
do?
drugs.
Okay, so it's just codeine. It's a codeine drink. Okay.
Yeah, this is just gonna tear you up a little bit, make you like nice and loose and
Loosen up your stools.
oh man. Oh, I no, absolutely not. This will fuck with your bowels like crazy. It's opium.
All right. Well, listen, we had quite a run here. Let's see, where are we at? 25 minutes. Okay. I gotta move on to this bet we have here. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. No, listen. I am a man. It's not a problem. So me and Angel have made a bet of how much inches, millimeters, whatever we can lose in skin folds. 3 places on the body, skin folds. Average of how much we can lose in 4 weeks, with 5 hours of exercise per week, no going over, and whatever diet you want. And so we've made a bet about that. And yes, and I will be doing VR exercises. All my exercises in VR. Okay. So there's that. I do it any way you want to do it, but here's the situation. I literally, like I said, it's just been fucking day after day of shit and fucking this and that, and there's shit all over the trailer, and there's no water and that, and now there's taco shit, and I'm listening to tacos, not an issue now. But I don't know. I was just kind of thinking I'm really going to honestly step into this thing tomorrow is really when I'm starting. Now, I did a couple exercises last time, and my diet's been going okay, but really, I don't know. It just, and it took us like a couple days to like measure our fat and stuff like that. Like we really didn't get on it. I don't know. But listen, I'm just saying. And then also I'm trying to think, like, we have this show. I'm just trying to do the math with shows and stuff like that. with like, okay, so if we did it 3 shows from now, when's the final weigh-in and all that shit? So it's almost like, I don't know. Everything just kind of got confused moving forward. Took us a while to get measurements and things like this. Anyway, I'll keep going. With the current thing. And I don't even know when the final weigh-in is, but like, I'll keep going with it. It's fine. It's fine with me. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here.
I know. I'm just like, do you want to stop doing it? Because we can stop if that's what you're. No,
I don't want to. I don't want to stop. What I'm saying is, I want to like start tomorrow. And I'm also thinking that I might want to like ramp up the diet, because I'm actually digging the diet, and I'm thinking I want to ramp it up to the 1 meal per day thing. And I actually kind of want to get on kettlebells and stuff like this. But no, I can keep going with I can keep going with it. Listen, okay, this is what I want to say. Okay, fine. We'll keep going, whatever. Okay, fine. We'll keep going the way it is. When is the final weigh-in in your mind?
The final weigh-in was 4 weeks from this last Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Because Tuesday's when I got my thing in here. Tuesday's when I took my numbers.
Tuesday's when you did your numbers.
Tuesday's when I did my numbers.
Okay, so that became the day. Okay.
Because we were doing it by inches, right? We're not doing it by anything else.
Well, whatever, inches, millimeters. Yeah. The measurement of the fold.
The fucking fat thingy, yeah.
Sorry, I keep positioning the wrong camera. Yes, exactly. We're doing. Okay, fuck it. We're doing that.
Yeah.
Camera 1, awesome.
Camera 2.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we don't record on Tuesday, I guess we could just announce it then. We can announce what it is, because I don't know. I kind of wanted to record us measuring. Are you going to share your measurements? You want to keep those?
No, we can share my measurements. I don't give a fuck about the measurements.
Okay, I think that's brave.
Yeah. Well,
I think
it might be
great.
it might be a mistake, but it'll be a brave one.
Yes, never be afraid.
It just keeps switching from me to you. Look at that. Jesus.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, fine. We'll continue since we have 2 more days because we recorded last Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Last
fine.
Sunday.
Okay, fine. I'm fine with that. This is what I want to say, though. I just want to say this. Whatever it is, the bet is $100, slap to the stomach. I should have said what it is. I'm going to move to the front part. Okay. I think I'm going to still do VR, but I might just really just start getting into the whole fitness thing. And I'll just be like, fuck, man, I'm ready to not do it. However, I did buy some. Wait, I did buy something. Here it is. I did buy some weights for my wrist for the VR.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought some weights for this. Because I do want to still do the VR thing and see if it's so. So I still want to see if VR will do something or not. So. Okay, fine.
Well,
fine.
I'm happy. I'm happy you're doing it. I'm happy you're doing it. I'm glad.
I think the only reason I would not do VR is if it becomes not able to do it. However, I should be able to do it, by the way. I think I'll be okay. So, okay, let me do
that's
that.
right. Your clearance is fucking different now, huh?
I have like a decent square of footage of clearance. So let me do that. Okay, fine. Tuesday's it. Let me do whatever exercise I want to do, and let me do whatever diet I want to do, and you do whatever you want to do. 5 hours a week. That's it. Yep. How are you doing? Are you honoring the 5 hours?
I'm honoring the 5 hours. I have I've changed things up a bit because I was kind of pissed because I realized I was like, fuck, I'm not going to get work with my weights, and I really like working with the weights. So the days that I want to do weight training, I've been doing 40 minutes on the treadmill instead of an hour. Yeah. And then I changed it up. Now I'm actually able to lightly jog, almost run on the treadmill. So my treadmill for when I do the 40 minutes is way more intense, but it's 40 minutes, and then I have 20 minutes to do whatever else I want.
Are you beat at the end of 40 minutes?
Oh, I mean, I'm sweating bullets, but I could probably do like another hour. Like, that's the only thing that kind of sucks about this is actually limiting myself to fucking an hour. Oh, dude, I'm actually getting addicted to that treadmill.
Okay, listen, this is what I heard, okay? Do your weight training before the treadmill.
Before?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Like, do your weight training before your endurance aerobic training.
Is there any logic behind this?
I honestly think it helps with muscle recovery.
Okay.
And all I'm hearing now, dude, all I'm totally into all this is low reps, breaks in between, and just doing perfect, awesome 5 reps of whatever, like perfectly, and really extending and really contracting, doing 5 good reps, 10-minute, 15-minute breaks in between, seriously, and then doing it again. You know, other exercise if you want, you know, kind of thing. And that will build strength, not necessarily bulk, but anyway, Pavel stuff.
You love that guy.
Have you seen Pavel? Have you looked at him up?
But every time you talk to me about it, I got to start looking at it now.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Like I say, what'd you have for breakfast? Russian. He's the come on. He's like, come on. You can do this. Let's stop fucking around here. You know. Love that. You got to check him out, really. What'd you have for breakfast, Pavel? Coffee. You know, I love it. And he's so clear about what he's saying. He's like, listen, this is you know, and this it, and everyone wants to say this. Listen, you know, this is what we're seeing. This is what we've tried. It's been happening for decades. You know, before Soviet Russia went down, this is just what people were doing. And we were breaking all these strength training records in the Olympics before they changed the weight classes. And now they have all these other records, but they actually weren't breaking these 80s records in real life because they changed the scale of these weight classes. To, you know, the scale's off, so there's bigger records, but they're literally not changing.
Every picture of this dude, he has a kettlebell in his hand.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. And then he's like, comrade, you're going to pick up the kettlebell. And you're not going to hold it like this, and you're not going to hold it like this. You're going to pick it up straight, you know. This is no good, you know. It's great. It's great. And it's not just because it's this perfect mix of like, you don't want to eat chicken because I don't know, it's lame. Don't eat chicken, you know. I don't know why. Just don't do it, you know. Like I love that. I don't know. I love it. It's just like, just fucking do it, man. You know, just get it done.
My father-in-law actually will not eat chicken. He says there's too many hormones in it here.
I think estrogen, yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like those strong things. But you keep giving me shit because I keep eating all my vegan veggie stuff.
I don't know, man. You know, I honestly, listen, I don't, it's cool. I don't give you a lot of shit, though. Not really. But, like, I honestly don't think meat is the problem. I don't think meat is the problem. Now, listen, it could be for a certain body, like MSG or gluten for people and stuff like this. But I honestly...
Listen, I'll give you this, okay? And I know this about myself, and I'm very aware of it. I jump on fucking trends all the time when it comes to, like, dieting and a whole bunch of different shit. I know that I'm a junkie when it comes to that stuff. But this was the first time when I decided to make this change. It was the first time that I did something that I enjoyed and that tasted good, and I've been able to maintain it without any worry. And it's not, and I have felt better.
But
so I've been like, well, fuck it.
But how is it doing for you, really? How is it going for you? Are you losing weight?
Well, no, before I wasn't losing weight because I was eating like shit. I mean, you can still make this change and eat like shit, but I did feel better. I felt a lot better. Like everything changed in a good way. Now, granted, like I said before, it sucks because I stopped drinking soda at the exact same time. So
well, of course you did. You were going to feel great then.
And that could be 90% of the reason I feel so fucking fantastic. But I don't know. I feel really good.
Will you do me a favor? Will you
Yes.
just watch the Pavel interview with Joe Rogan, please?
I will. I'll do you a favor. I love watching Rogan anyway, so I'll throw him on. But I'll listen to your angry Russian.
No, he's not angry. He's not angry. He's just like, come on, you know. Just watch. Really, you're gonna love him. I think you're gonna fall in love with him.
I might, but I'm not gonna go back to eating meat. This is not gonna happen.
You're just a cattle in the herd.
I'm the polar opposite of a cattle in the herd. I'm a soybean in the fucking in the forest.
You're
in the farm.
You're soybean.
Oh, who gives a shit? Look, the food is good. I feel better. Leave it alone. And if I have to eat fucking dashi, I'll eat fucking dashi or fucking miso. I enjoy that. And I don't give myself a hard time. I was never a fish guy to begin with. I used to love lobster, I used to love crab, and I used to love shrimp. That was it.
What? Well, I mean, what if you? It's pretty seafoody, man. What if you realize that it's not meat, and this is just for my curiosity. It's not meat. You know, it really is just all this fucking processed bullshit. You know, and buttered breads and whatever. I don't know. I love butter, but what if you realize it wasn't meat? Like, it just wasn't meat. That's not it. It's just portion. It's just energy. It's just what you put in your body, the quality of the meat, the quality of the grains, the quality of the whatever. What if you realize it was just the sugar that was slowing you down, kind of stuff? What if you realize that that's what it was?
Sure.
So there will be a... Go on.
Go ahead. No, it's all right.
There will be a time in your life then that we will experiment with it, right?
Maybe.
So
if
I'm gonna
meat
give
got
you-
better, sure.
I'm going to give you 1 year on this Patusit diet that you're on right now.
You know it's been over a year already, right?
So I'll give you 1 more year.
Okay.
And then you're going to give me 2 months of
Oof.
I mean, I don't know why you would agree to this, but whatever. I'm just saying it. Yeah, you're going to give me 2 months and then you're going to, wow, man.
2 months is a long time.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I mean, again, it's we'll enjoy the meat, we'll enjoy the things that we're doing, and
then the next podcast will be, ladies and gentlemen, Angel has died. And
Yeah.
and
it is because of meat.
And look, here's the thing, and I can't fucking stress this enough. I don't have any issues with anyone eating whatever the fuck they want to eat, man. God bless you. Fucking do whatever it is that works for your health and works for fucking you. I make no judgments because I decided to fucking do this. I don't think I'm a better human being. I don't think any of that shit. I just enjoy the diet. I think it's been better for me. And it's worked. And it's not necessarily a diet. I did this to be healthier, which didn't necessarily include losing weight. What I've been doing recently, which is portion controlling, is what I've been doing to lose weight. And I think that's probably just going to make me healthier in fucking general, but that's been the kicker, is like fucking portion controlling.
Yeah, I agree. And let me say this. I think that's the kicker. And I think the real thing is, and which every fucking diet on the planet says, is stay the fuck away from sugar. Stay the fuck away from tons of starch and tons of fucking bread and all this shit. That's always processed foods. That's on all diets, right? So you did that. You got off. Did you get off diet soda as well?
Yeah, no soda at all.
Say diet soda's bad too, I guess. I mean, I was drinking a bunch of diet soda and nothing was happening to me. Meaning like, I think it had a very slight effect, but that's it. I honestly think, dude, before you throw the baby out with the bathwater, I think realize that the bathwater you're throwing out really was sugar, and I think that's going to be a huge shift in how you feel. If you're about the feeling, that's what it is. Now you want to get into cancer and all this kind of stuff. I get it, but I honestly also don't think it's as bad as all that either.
Well, you also have to realize that I was on the fucking extreme. Like, I mean, my diet was primarily meat. And because it was so heavy in fucking meat, I didn't eat any fucking vegetables at all. So doing this diet has kind of limited me to like, no, dude, you want to be fucking vegetarian? Guess what? You got to fucking start eating vegetables. You can't just be like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. I'm just going to have bread and pasta every fucking day. It's just like, no, it doesn't work, dude.
But that's kind of what you're doing. I mean, listen, right?
That is nothing as what I'm doing.
Okay.
No,
right.
I've been eating a lot of fucking vegetables. Yes, I'll have like fucking, Boca meat or fucking Impossible burgers or some shit like that when I want to eat that stuff. Definitely. But I eat fruits every single day. I do eat spinach. I've been starting to kind of eat salads, which has been the toughest thing for me because I fucking hate salad.
Delicious.
I hate it. I still am not totally sold on it, but when I go to a restaurant and they put a salad in front of me, I'll eat it.
What vegetarian are you? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm a fucking fat vegetarian. But listen, look, I've been bettering my life, and it's been fucking fantastic, and I've been very, very happy. I've been very positive about it. And I'm not shitting on meat, but I do have my qualms with it here. But also I just had a fucking problem. I had no diversity in my diet. Maybe at the end of the day I'll have meat once a week. Maybe I'll never eat it fucking again. Who knows?
Exactly. Listen, here's the deal, okay? I want to eat food with you, man. That's all that matters here.
You just want to eat meat with me.
I want to eat meat with you. Why? Because I go out to eat fucking meat. No, let's go. Let's see what fucking vegetables. It's not about that. It's that there ain't shit on menus, man. And then everything is about where we're going and what we're doing,
I don't know. I think when we went to go eat sushi, there was
We left one place.
We left one place, but it was a very specific fucking thing, man. There's like 1,000 different restaurants I've been here.
Oh, I was excited about that one place.
Oh my god, dude! The place we went was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was alright. And then they had the fucking dashi, and then you were just like, "Well, that's not really vegetarian." And I was like, "I don't give a fuck." I'll
guess
eat it.
what? I told you because I care. You know.
And I appreciate it, but and there's certain
I
exceptions.
appreciate it, but don't tell me next. Great, sounds good to me.
Well, no, it's just
I won't tell you next time.
I'm not putting a fucking label on anything I'm doing, other than the fact that I'm just not eating meat. That's it.
I think that's the problem that we're discussing. I know. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it's fine. I just want to eat with you. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that. I want to eat
without,
with you.
I want to go to Porto's with you and get one of those things, and
we can go to fucking Porto's. There's plenty of shit I can eat over there without meat in it.
It's like everybody, it's like, is leaving me. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going, something's happening, a friend turns into an asshole. A friend I still got, he doesn't eat meat anymore. Or this, I don't know. That's like the only two, I guess. That's the only. But
what a jerk.
Well, all right. Well, I hope I could convince you someday. I mean, here's the thing. I was about to go plant-based primarily. I wasn't going to stop eating meat, but now I'm more convinced it's about just not eating so much. And I think that's it.
I think that's important too.
Nutrients as well. But I find it all fascinating, and I don't think there's any real. We never know what's really going on. Like we were saying, some people eat raw meat, and it's the only thing they can eat. Some people eat only meat, no salad, no fucking parsley, nothing. And it solves their autoimmune problems. Like Jordan Peterson's daughter was just in so much pain, and she had to go on an all meat diet, and she's just fit as a fiddle right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, don't give up on it. Absolutely, if you start eating meat again and you're just like, oh no, this sucks, then yeah. But I remember, like in Seattle, I was eating all this shit. And I'm like, it must be the meat that's making me feel like shit over the holidays, And like, I can't eat this meat. It's just giving me high blood pressure. It's doing all this stuff to me. And dude, I'm eating plenty of meat right now, and it's fine. You know what I mean? Because I'm just not, I'm just not stuffing myself, and I'm not like constantly eating. I'm in danger of that now because I haven't been on my process since I've got here. But just not eating till 1 p.m. And I don't know. It's just been great, I don't know.
Well, I also will say it's very different towards body types and people's inner fucking being. You remember, and I don't want to give her name, but do you remember my ex years ago who was a vegetarian and then became a vegan? Starts with an L.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful woman.
Wonderful. She's wonderful. Hands down, one of the sweetest people who ever put up with me. And so I talked to her.
You're a horrible person. Yes. Anyway, go ahead.
I was a piece of shit at the time, but she's a fantastic human being. Anyway, years later, I talked to her. Actually, not too long ago. I want to say maybe like a year or two ago. And it turned out when she became a vegan, she actually got very, very sick. And then she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "You're not getting protein. Like, the reason you're fucking as ill as you are is you're just not getting enough protein." And he gave her an ultimatum. He's like, "Listen, you have to start eating fish or chicken." He's like, "If you don't want to eat meat, beef, that's fine, but you have to choose either fish or chicken. You need a source of protein. You're just not getting it." And then she told me she started eating fish, and every once in a great while she would eat chicken in very small portions, but she had to do it for her health. And I think that was because, Also, I'm not a vegan. You know, I fucking love cheese. I love my animal protein. I take fucking fish oil at night. You know, I think it's important for your fucking health. But you can fuck yourself up.
For your health.
For your health.
You can fuck yourself up. Yeah.
Yeah, like, look, I take that fish oil, and if anyone gives me shit about that, I'm like, hey, look, I don't give a shit. I think it's healthy. I think fish oil is fucking good for you. The omega-3s, all that stuff, I think it's great for you. So I'm going to take it. And I'm not judging myself. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm going to take the fucking fish oil.
I don't know where are you going with this?
What I'm saying is I just think it's I think it's good not to put labels on things, and you just need to do what's good for you and your body.
Okay, and I'm just saying, we'll leave it at that. I'll have the last word. I'm joking. Don't be so sure that you know that what it's doing what.
Sure.
Before you throw out the baby with the bathwater. And the baby is us enjoying ourselves together in this life. Specifically, you and I enjoying ourselves together when I want to eat.
Okay.
Great. That's settled then. Wonderful. Okay. Let's move on, everybody. Yeah, we can bust through these. No big deal. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this. Everyone get ready for... I'll pick a song for this. Everyone get ready for... We'll use... Okay. Everyone get ready for... Neat things. That's a good song. Of course, Neat Things is the segment of the show where I just find stuff on the internet that interests me and we talk about it. And I pre-read it so I know what we're going to talk about. We've already gone about over an hour into the show, so we'll zoom through some of this stuff, huh? What do you say? We've gone way over an hour, I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. Okay. Let me get to it. Here. I'm going to open up a random one here. Here we go. You know how we always talk about vaping on the show. So here's a nice... Yeah. Oh, hell. Of course, this is the one. Okay, listen. So the health stuff that we got to here, I did not go through, unfortunately. I thought I went through everything, but I haven't actually gone through. So we'll just read the headlines of the health stuff. Okay, Texas teen, 15, becomes youngest vaping-related fatality in the U.S. This vaping, it's really getting at you. Do you know what's going on with vaping, Angel?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a whole bunch of different reports. I heard about the whole popcorn lung thing and the way that these chemicals are getting into your body. You also are taking in twice as much nicotine as you once were before. And then I guess also the big craze is, who's this being marketed to?
Well, my question is, why haven't we seen it before? Why is it all of a sudden such a topic?
Well, I mean, you know, you have so many of these independent companies that started up just creating this out of nowhere, and there's no regulation behind it. So it's just, you know, these companies are popping up, and these kids are smoking their lungs out, and then it takes time. You know, smoking the same shit. You know, people were creating cigarettes, and then all of a sudden all these people were getting sick, and they're like, oh, I wonder if these two things are related. It takes time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it says it's like only 56 deaths or something like that, which doesn't seem like a lot to me. But, you know, I don't know. Like, if it all happened suddenly, that's kind of what I'm wondering, if it all just, like, suddenly popped up. But anyway. Okay. All right. Moving on. They're saying 98.6 degrees is slowly not becoming what our body temperature is. And I don't know anything about it because I haven't read it, but they're saying German physician came up with 98.6 as average human temperature. This might be clickbaity. Now researchers say the average human temperature is lowering slightly. Okay. The reasons could be less inflammation among today's population. Interesting. Inflammation. So okay, I haven't gone through this, so I'm not going to, but that's interesting. Okay, quickly. ready for your first marathon training can cut years off of your cardiovascular age. So they're basically saying running a marathon's healthy. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right. Green tea drinkers likely to live longer. I like it.
Because you drink green tea.
I haven't read it. I'm sorry. I actually am really lower risk of cardiovascular disease and all-cause death signs. And okay. Shit. Oh, I got to whitelist this. I got a little trick so I don't have to whitelist it. Okay. Deadly Amish medical mystery solved at long last. Actually, I'm kind of curious about this. I don't know what's going on here. This is from Penn Live, which probably means Pennsylvania, or Penn Live, depending on how you read it. Researchers say they have uncovered why some young people in Amish communities have died suddenly. It's probably vaping. They hope it can lead to new treatments. Okay, let's
Too much
find
red
out.
meat.
Too much good living in red meat, I think. Let's find out if I actually do want to know this. Research led by is a 2-decade-old mystery about why so many otherwise healthy children and young people in Amish communities have been dying from sudden unexplained cardiac deaths. Examined DNA of 4 Amish siblings who suffered cardiac deaths while playing or exercising. Researchers found that they all had a duplication of specific genetic material that put them at risk. Okay, so it's a genetic thing. What communities of gold standards, carriers. Okay, close relatives marrying and having children together.
Told you, inbreeding.
Angel's done it again. You got to get out of that Amish community, buddy. That's what I meant by Angel's done it again. Okay, inbreeding. Fuck it. All right, thank you. Why men should avoid low-fat diet. Testosterone, that's why. I actually do want to know. Sniffly associated with reduced serum testosterone. So low-fat gives you less testosterone. Dude, Angel, not looking good for you, man.
How am I getting any low fat?
Listen, I'm sure somewhere in that article it says animal fat, but we will never know. All right, promiscuous? Where Myrtle Beach ranks among the top 100 U.S. cities in STD cases. Buddy, this is something for you for sure. Let's check this out.
Myrtle Beach? Isn't that fucking Florida?
No, STDs, that's what I mean. But let's see here. 92nd in the country, I think it is. Sexually transmitted diseases. Let's see where Myrtle Beach is. South Carolina. South Carolina.
There you go.
Okay, so cities were ranked among per 100,000 population, the top 100 ranking big. Okay, where's this list though? Where's this list? I want to see this list. Who cares about Myrtle Beach? Where's this list? I want to see the list. Okay, let's see. Cities with most STDs 2019. Let's do it.
This sounds like what you
way.
Google before you go on spring break.
Number 1 is
what?
Alaska.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, come on. Okay, hold on.
Well, think about it. It's a smaller population, right? Everyone knows each other.
Louisiana, Alaska, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Mexico, South Carolina. Cities with lowest rates. West Virginia, let's go. What are they? Are they all on opioids over there? Is everyone?
Maybe that's killing the herp.
Yeah, or it's they're like fuck sex. I'm good. Vermont, New Hampshire. Is that a state?
Barely.
Oh no way! I'm not familiar with that. Utah, Maine. So West Virginia, Vermont. Okay. State chlamydia rate per 100. Alaska again. California's not in there. Interesting. Well, I have the top 20, top 10. California, number 14. Where's Washington?
Way to go, California.
Washington, 36 of chlamydia. Gonorrhea. Okay, that's enough. All right. Okay, that was health, everybody. For your health. everyone.
So don't go to Alaska.
I don't know, man. I think they're boning up there.
Well, it's nice and cold. What are you going to do? Snuggle?
Yeah.
Pass around that chlamydia?
That's how it all begins. I thought this was cool. I'm just going to show this before we jump into the lightning round here. No, we'll do it for the lightning round. Okay. We're actually moving pretty good. Shit, where are all the... Okay. Now we're on kind of business. Business, everyone. Okay. Number 1. Okay, Ford Mustang driven by Steve McQueen and Bullet sells for $3.4 million. I like this car.
That's a beautiful
It's one of my
car.
favorites.
That's a beautiful
So this is 1969 movie Bullet. 1968 Ford Mustang GT that Steve McQueen drove in the classic car chase from the movie Bullet. 10-minute scene. Sold for $3.4 million in Florida. In auction. Highest price ever paid for Ford Mustang. Buyer has not been publicly identified, motherfucker. Now, the car is unrestored. And it's Highland green paint, looking rusty and black. Upholstery is splitting apart. Look at it. I like it, though. I don't know.
Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous
It's
vehicle.
cool. Oh, it's awesome. Let's see if there's a better shot here. No. I don't want to look for it. Anyway, and the sound coming out of it. Actually, I did like the sound of the Charger better in the movie, I must say, but it's an awesome fucking... They're both cool. The 1968 Dodge Charger, yeah. That's a nice, fucking nice. All right.
Now, would you restore it?
Oh, man. I mean, I definitely would make sure it was running properly, but no, because I'm kind of a Road Warrior, Mad Max kind of guy, you know? I like the look. I don't know. If it got really bad, yeah, I'd restore it for sure. But check it out, dude. This dude bought it after they made it. Kieran, I guess is Kieran rejected multiple offers. He bought it after the movie and a couple hands. Rejected multiple offers for the car, including from Steve McQueen. And this guy Kieran left it to his son Sean. Okay, so McQueen wrote, "I would like to appeal to you to get my car, get back my '68 Mustang, dude. I'd like very much to keep it in the family in its original condition as it was used in the film, rather than have it restored, which is simply personal with me." And he said, "No, dude. Fuck you, man." Like, what kind of balls do you need to have to say no to Steve McQueen, who owns the goddamn car? You could have asked him $2 million probably at the time, $3 million at the time. 1977? So who the fuck wants it? Steve McQueen wants it. You know, you can make some money off that. All right, no comment from Angel. All right. Sean, the new owner, the son, says, whoever the Meckham is, Monroeville, that his mother was driving the car until the clutch failed in 1980. It went 40 years without being driven until recently, with 65,000 miles on the odometer. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's also kind of fucked. It's just like the car from Bullet was used for an old lady to go pick up groceries every once in a while.
Man. I mean, it's still in good condition. It just is the way it is. You know, it's just the way it is, but I think it's in good condition. 68,000 miles for a car that old. It's pretty good in that movie. I don't know. Anyway, that was Steve McQueen's car. Sold for $3 million, everybody. Gotta love it. All right, what's next? Okay, they're saying America's favorite restaurants are becoming like convenience store shits. As detailed in this video from CNN. I'm sure they'll appreciate that we're playing the video for them. Okay. Oh, for land's sakes. Oh.
And this is how to wash pots and pans. I've been bothered washing things like that. Oh no.
What the fuck is this? Oh, okay, this is the next video. Oh. Man. I can't stand it. Okay, hold on. I might lose you again. I know. I need to watch this, Jaden. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay, so what's the deal? Why the hell are people shopping at 7-Eleven instead of McDonald's?
I'm so hungry I can eat a sandwich from a gas station.
Uh-oh, we might get sued for that one.
Oh, Wawa. There you go.
Okay, so Wawa,
Oh, yeah.
Kiwi Tree. What's Wawa? I've never heard of Wawa.
So Wawa's really big. It's in Philadelphia. It's their little convenience stores. It's their version of 7-Eleven, but they actually have really good little sandwiches, or at least the last time I was in Philly, like you get a nice little sub from a Wawa.
Okay. Do you know what this other one is? This Sheets is? Do you know?
Which one?
Sheets? Okay. Anyway, they're adding meal kits, espresso bars, grocery staple, high-end snacks, and even wine. So I guess, I don't know. I guess they're kind of doing the Japanese thing where you can actually get something decent at a 7-Eleven in a convenience store. Increased 30% from 2010 to today. Look at that delicious bite. Look at that. Doesn't that just look like something?
I don't know if this is a
Angel?
good thing to admit, but I just did my grocery store buying today, and I did it all at Target.
What do you mean?
Like
What'd you
Target
do?
had just a full-on grocery store inside of it.
What do you mean? You just went grocery shopping at Target?
Yeah.
Well, who cares? What is this, some confession?
No, I just, it's sometimes you think it's just like shittier quality. It's like, am I going to go get produce from fucking 7-Eleven? No. But
No,
maybe.
I think it's fine. No, it's a fucking grocery store. No. Shame on you, Angel. Okay. Now, are you changing your mind about eating meat right now with this?
No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. If I start eating fucking meat again, it's not going to be from 7-Eleven.
I think the point of this whole video here is that they're kicking it up a notch. You know what I mean?
Not that much of a fucking notch.
Look at this. Millennials especially exhibit a higher preference for convenience. Now, are we millennials or not?
I don't think so. I think technically we're still part of Gen X, aren't we?
Technically, we are millennials, and I
Really?
feel like those numbers just came out recently, but we've made it into the millennial field, which is weird to me.
I'm not okay with that. I could have sworn we still hit that Gen X area, right?
I mean, but think about it though. We did like enter into the workplace basically when on the year 2000. So we graduated year 2000.
I guess. Yeah, we do.
Anyway, who
fucking
gives a shit?
millennial. Oh, fuck it.
Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. I don't need to watch the rest of this shit.
I mean, look,
Hey,
that's
listen.
what I think. Mass producing shit like that, though. I mean, I think that's a problem with meat and fucking in the U.S.
Okay,
anyway.
Fine. Yeah, you're right. But I will say this: but go into a 7-Eleven in Japan, it's awesome. They just got all the shit. They got all this neat stuff, and they have like boiling soups, like actually like good stuff, and it's hot, and everyone's eating there. It's like normal to eat there. It's not like some like, oh, you went to 7-Eleven?
But yeah, I mean, but look at the U.S., dude. It's just like, how many times have you gone into a 7-Eleven, you looked at the clerk, and you're just like, you are high as fuck right now. Like, for me, that happens here all the time. How many times in Japan do you think you walk in and you're just like, that guy's, it's just not going to happen. Like, to them, that's a fucking job.
So what does it mean? They're high? They're like going to rub their nut cheese on it or something?
Well, they're just not going to give a fuck, man. I've bought and shit from 7-Eleven, and then as I'm walking out, looked at the expiration date, gone back and tried to return it, and got into a fucking argument. No one gives a fuck here. Like, when you have jobs like that, that's a problem. Yeah. It's just like those small fucking places that you want to go and eat. Like some McDonald's you go to, it's fantastic. It's great. And then you go to another McDonald's, and it does look like they rubbed their fucking nuts on it. It does. That's the burger you're going to get.
You want a handful of nuts?
You want a handful of nuts?
All right, let's move on here. Good points, Angel. Very good points here.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
that Pilar like sexy like chocolate back.
Oh man, let's see if we can get another shot of that for Ainge there. I think Ainge. What about that? Oh, you can't see it, can you?
Wait, hold on. The Jordan eating the taco was almost as good.
Nah, you want some of that?
Oh, there you go. That's better.
I don't know. I think you might like this girl, dude.
What?
Look at me.
I just want the cookie.
Oh, Pilar. Oh, fuck me, man. I love it. I don't know, man. Should I make introductions or what?
Why are you trying to play Love Connection? You know something I don't know there, Jordan?
No. Yeah, actually. Well, I mean, she's a fucking, she's not dumb, man. Like, and
she's got a few businesses. And she's lovely. When I talked to her when we were worried about you, she was very sweet.
Oh my God. Look at that cookie. Just one more cookie. One more cookie. All right, let's get back to business here. We'll deal with that on a future episode here. Only 18% of Americans have reached this simple financial milestone. And honestly, I called this one. And I think it's very important. I called it. What do you think that is? I'm going to move it like this so you can't read it.
Owning your own home.
No. Simple milestone.
Simple milestone? I don't know. Starting a 401k?
No. Okay. I can't wait for you to figure this out, Angel. Okay. Only 18% of Americans have enough saved in an emergency fund to cover 6 months worth of living expenses. I have to say, this is the first thing that I did for myself. Was save enough money so I could live for 6 months without fucking, moving into a shoebox, and which I'd probably do anyway.
Do you think that was because you were in the industry?
That was because I read a lot of books about that stuff. And while my friends were out drinking and fucking around, I was back reading books about being rich. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I think was probably where I got it. And it was great.
See, I just did that because at any moment I could, lose my fucking job. That's just the industry.
And then I'm in business, that's why. Because in business, I have to take risks, and markets can go this way or that way. So.
But I'm kind of terrified of that shit. It's just like I don't, and I just actually started talking to people about this because I don't invest. I don't invest enough. I need to invest. I know all these people are. I feel like that skipped our generation. Like people either just grew up with in fucking inherent fear of the stock market, or just having no fucking idea how to invest or what to invest in. And then cryptocurrency shot up, and then everyone's like, "Oh, let me buy as many fucking coins." And I fell into that too.
How is that going for you?
It paid off. It paid off for a while, and then I'm still investing now and hoping it'll continue to pay off. But the best thing about that shit is that I've invested. I have a hefty amount in there, but I could lose it all tomorrow and I'd be okay. But I want more. I want something a little bit more stable.
I never understood this kind of stock investing kind of. When do you know to cash out? What's the betting? Like, what's the plan? That's just why I never understood stocks. It's like you just have a ton of money in there and it just sits there and it just goes up and down. When do you actually like bank it? Like that's why I love real estate. I love real estate because you're getting money. I like things that give me money, and it's money in my hand, and it's going to keep giving me money. And then,
sorry, no, go ahead.
Well, then I would think, honestly, the only thing I could think of, you're probably going to answer is why I do stuff, is I would just think that I would invest, and when it starts going down a certain way, I pull my money out, and then I start somewhere else fresh, and I kind of look at what I've got, what I made off that last one, take a smaller chunk of that, maybe more than I invested initially, and then kind of do it again, but I would bank. I would put it somewhere else that would then generate residual income. Now we're getting into another podcast here.
Well, look, I'm starting to read up on stocks and learning how to do that with the stock market. But what I've done in Bitcoin and altcoins in general, my strategy, if you call it that, has been to double what your initial investment is, and then pull out what your initial investment was, take 20% of that along with what you've made, and dump all of that into either the same coin, or go into another coin or split it up.
That sounds about okay. I think we're.
But that's where you're not really losing that much. I mean, you're 20% of what you initially invested is still going around and circulating, but it's just like you keep pulling it out and moving it. But with stocks, stocks, bonds, all that shit, do people just sit on that until fucking forever? Or I don't know. I don't know how that works. It is really fucking easy to do this with coin now. But and I'm still pretty positive about that shit. But it's just so drastic. But no one I know owns a fucking home, man. Like, everyone I know is just still living from fucking place to place, and rents are going higher, and it's a mess.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm worried about that. I wouldn't buy a home for a long time, though. If anything, I would build a home and then rent it, but I would live in it for a while until I started renting it. But then after that, I would rent again. That's just what I would do. And I'd keep building to rent and building to rent and building to rent, and then I would keep paying rent somewhere. Unless I had a rental unit with more than one unit, and I could live in that unit and rent the rest of the building, kind of thing. I might do, but yeah, I would just keep renting and just keep building. I just feel like that is. I like being out of the weight of some mortgage, unless the mortgage is making me money. If the mortgage makes me money, fine. But if it's just my house, I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
Technically, it is, though, man, because your mortgage is going to be lower than your rent. If I took out a mortgage right now, it would be about $400 to $500 less than my rent. And annually, because I own the property, it's not going to go up in price every fucking year. The only bitch is to know when to start the mortgage.
I think I would buy a house when I had maybe 2 properties making me money. I'd probably do it then. Yeah, once I'm making money off some other properties, then I'd buy my own self something. But then I can always just rent it. I can't rent a rental. People do, but it's obviously not a long-term solution.
No, yeah, you're talking about like subletting shit.
Yeah, like Airbnb, people do that shit, I guess. Okay. Anyway, let's get through this stuff. All right. Obviously, I've got a bunch of financial experts, as our audience here. Okay. Angel, space unites us. After all, first Iranian American astronaut reaches for the stars. So, do you know what's going on with Iran and everything like this? Do you know?
Yeah, sure. We're about to blow the shit out of each other.
Are we really? 'Cause I don't know, because I've been following, because I've been moving, and all this happened very quickly while I was getting ready to go. Please explain to me what the fuck is going on right now.
So, this is speaking very generally from what I know. Trump, quote unquote Trump, gave an order to take out a very controversial military leader.
I know that. No. Tell me what's happening now. Tell me what's happening like right now in latest developments, kind of thing, if you don't mind.
Well, I mean, I think that's it. It's just like boiled over between that fucking instance and. But are we really going? Tweeting.
But are we really going to? Are we really going to keep escalating? Is that in the news right now, or is it just still we bombed, we assassinated this guy and they're mad? Are we still at that point?
I think we're still awaiting the quote unquote response from them because they, the government has vowed that there will be a response to this.
Okay. So nothing's really developed past that.
No, I mean, there's just been a lot of shit talking back and forth. Okay. Our administration is blaming the previous administration. It's just, things are tense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I get it. Enough. Angel. Enough. Okay. Sorry. let me get. Oh, for Christ. SpaceX plans to test Crew Dragon's launch escape system on January 18th. Find out if the crew capsule can get away during the ascent stage. So, I didn't know this, but they're beginning to test for actual passenger, capsules instead of these just payloads and unmanned launches from SpaceX. They're actually getting ready to test the place where the men and women would go in the spaceship. So that's coming January 18th. Test the capsule's launch escape system on January 18th through an in-flight demonstration. Dates for test. Let's see. First things is clean the path. I don't know why that wasn't supposed to be highlighted. I'm sorry. If all goes according to plan, this will be the last major test for Crew Dragon before it's approved to carry astronauts. SpaceX still hopes the relevant crewed test mission Demo 2 will take place early 2020. You might not have to wait long to see the company fully participate in human spaceflight. And we're talking, I think, commercial? No. Is it commercial? No. Oh, it's astronauts. I'm stupid. Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing space tours yet.
Yeah, okay. Then why not? Hey, I thought this, I wouldn't mention, I guess it's not very important now. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. But I thought it was like, human beings, we're fucking going into space, or human beings. Fuck, man. This podcast needs to be over. Fucking public tourism in space. That'd be great. Okay, never mind. It says it'd take a while before Crew Dragons are regularly ferrying people to and from international space stations. So there you go. Here's anything on that? Okay, good. Look at this. I didn't know we had an eclipse, but look at this photo of these devil horns coming over the ocean there.
I didn't even look at it. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And now I'm like, oh, wait, no, it's evil.
Isn't that crazy? And guess where it is? Qatar. Yeah. Well, of course. No, I'm just joking, everybody. But I mean, it is in Qatar. It's in the Gulf of Persia. Is that what it is? Persian Gulf, yeah. Persian Gulf. So look at that, dude. It's gnarly. It's great.
It's fucking beautiful, though.
Yeah, it is. It really is something. I didn't even know we had an eclipse. Anyway, there you go. You really need to watch the video, everyone. Jordan's moves. Okay. Next. Check it out. So these rockets, they're going to test this. Look at that shit.
Oh.
This accidentally happened.
There's this. You gotta explain that shit to people that aren't watching because that's awesome.
This is old. This is actually old. They tried to land. This is SpaceX again. They tried to land the booster rockets back then before they had the system down. And this is just a repeating GIF of a rocket, reusable rocket, fucking up and falling over and exploding quite spectacularly. But they're saying they're going to have a planned explosion of another rocket that they want to retire, but it's also going to detach a crewed capsule, like the Dragon capsule, is going to detach from it, and they're going to test to see if it can do it safely, so that if in the event a rocket's going to explode, it can shoot off, the Dragon capsule with the crew members in it, and they're going to do a test of that on January 18th, so probably coinciding with the launch as well. Going to explode again. Oh, this is on purpose. Complete in-flight test. So it's kind of supplementary news for this Dragon launch. It'll demonstrate that a crew module can safely escape a failing rocket. Well, they said a lot better than I did. And that's it. I love SpaceX stuff, man.
It's
Look at
awesome. We're getting closer to it, man.
Wouldn't that be pimp though? They just start like taking people up, like the public.
Oh
up
fuck
in
yeah!
space.
I'd plug in my fucking headphones, throw on some Sinatra, fly me to the fucking moon, and then enjoy my little martini as I go on.
It'd be great, you know, like a 2-hour thing. It'd be awesome. It'd be so amazing. And then all the flat earthers, you know, be like, oh look, there's round.
Oh no, yeah. No, they
Do
won't.
you have somewhere in your mind where you think that the Earth might, like, do you have any suspicion that it might be flat?
No.
All right, moving on. Okay. Yeah, we really got off some tangents here. All right. China kicks off 2020 with mystery satellite launch report called TJS-5. But what is it? So they launched a rocket. China launched a rocket. And first rocket launched in 2020. Mystery payload. With state-run media independent analysis making different claims about the goal of the mission. Different claims. But basically they're saying it'd be used for communication, radio, television, data transmission, as well, blah, 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 blah. So they say it's used for regular stuff. I guess there's different claims in there. I didn't find it. But since China identifies with who owns or who uses satellites, the country has remained silent about the latest launch. Analysis theorized that perhaps the TJS series may have a military aspect to them. Maybe I should show the actual article. That would be useful. Yeah. Look at that busted ass Chinese rocket. Come on. Look at that weird design. Anyway, no, I'm just talking shit. Okay. Anything, Angel? Good.
Good for the Chinese.
Great. Okay, some interesting kind of telescope. Planet Hunter has located the first Earth-sized planet in a habitable zone. So I guess everyone says, well, yeah, we found a lot of those, right? But I guess the idea is that a lot of this found potentially habitable, it's called TESS, has found potentially habitable planets in the past, but those are generally the size larger than Earth, called super Earth. So obviously there'd be a lot of gravity in there and crush us. First time an Earth-sized planet has been located within the habitable zone, the orbits around the star, which are the right temperature for liquid water to exist on the planet's surface. Huh. That's neat, huh? And it looks like this. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think? Maybe they're looking over at us thinking the same shit.
And, oh, what's that? Let's go use it as our toilet.
No, it's just like they can't come over here. Then we can fucking travel that far. But they're just like looking over there, going, "Huh? I wonder if there's people over there."
Thanks, Angel. That's an interesting thought. Okay, so let's do. This is my favorite kind of news, man. This is my favorite kind of stuff. Sorry, Angel.
What a jerk. No, it's okay. Go ahead.
All right, man rescued in Alaskan wilderness more than 20 days after fire destroys home, kills dog. Actually, it's quite sad. I wasn't going to mention that part, but yeah, it wasn't nice. But anyway, it's winter, you know, and he is in a very cold place with a lot of STDs.
Yeah, he's got to get tested.
20 days is pretty good. Man was rescued after surviving more than 20 days in Alaskan wilderness after a fire burned down his cabin, killing his dog. His name is Tyson Steele. I love it. Tyson Steele, 30, was spotted Thursday more than 100 miles from Anchorage by a police helicopter responding to a request from his family to check on him. This is from USA Today, everybody. Hours after his rescue, a shower and a McDonald's combo number 2. I guess that's like 2 cheeseburgers, right?
Wrong person to ask.
I think it is. I think it's a 2 cheeseburger combo, which I could eat. That's nothing. After being 20 days, oh my God. Steele told police he'd been stranded because his cabin caught fire on December 17th or 18th. According to detailed release, stated pretty hasty mistake, he told police. I put a big piece of cardboard in the stove to start the fire, and it sent a spark out through the chimney, which landed on the roof. Am I allowed to just read articles? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Why not?
You
gave the source. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're commenting on it. Around 1 or 2 a.m., Steele woke up to a cold cabin with a slow drip of fiery pieces of fucking plastic.
Slow drip.
They didn't say fucking in the article. Coming through the roof above him. Jesus Christ, melting plastic on you. He tried to use snow to put out the fire, but the flames caused several boxes of ammo and a propane tank to explode. Jesus Christ. Tyson Steele, once again, estimated he had enough supplies to eat twice a day for 30 days, but half the cans had popped open in the heat, causing the food to taste like my home, just burning. For the first 2 nights, he slept in a snow cave, just large enough for his sleeping bags and some food. Then he built a more comfortable shelter around wood stove that once heated his home, using tarps and lumber. One of my favorite words, lumber. He decided if no one came for him after 30 days, he'd start the 5-mile trek. Hey, come on.
I want to see a picture of this guy.
I'm going to show it to you.
Okay. Keep going.
Damn it, man. So start 5-mile trek to Donkey Creek Lake. 5 miles, that's it. Where he thought a neighbor might live. So, dude, I love this stuff. I love it when these badasses are out there survive. I don't know what it is. I just love it. He drew SOS signal in the snow, and he filled it with ash from the fire. As you can see there, like I just showed you.
This guy's fucking MacGyver.
I love it. More than 20 days later. Do you really mean that? I mean, come on. You would do that. MacGyver. He just drew it with his hand. It's not like he...
Yeah, but, man, this guy survived. Like, that takes some balls. That takes some balls.
Well, that's actually it. More than 20 days later, that mess was finally spotted and he was rescued. What did he say, though? He said, these scenarios come up, according to what you're saying, Angel, these scenarios come up in Alaska and often people don't make it. They're faced with what seems like impossible odds and they just give up. This is Johnson. I don't know who Johnson is. Another badass name. The patience and the determination it takes to pull something off like that off is pretty inspiring. So there you go.
Johnson Steele.
Let's take a look at this guy being found. So here's a video here. Full screen that bitch.
Magnum 536, I'm 1023, quiet circle.
Man's rescued from makeshift. Look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. He made this little house.
You were partially 10 when I copied you arrived at the cabin.
I love it. So they saw the SOS.
next 1060 at 1300 hours.
Don't stop. Here we go. 20 days in camp. That's awesome. Look at that. What is all that shit? It's all these like structures, like spinal structures. They're just waving
like
to the police.
Whale bone shit.
Exactly. All right, let's find out who this Tyson Steele character is. Let's see.
I just sent you a picture of him.
I get so many compliments on my smile, and that makes me feel good.
Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you. Oh, I think he said he's going to move to back into the mainland states. What is this? There he is.
Look at that guy.
All right. Okay. All right.
What do you think he's about to say in that picture?
He's like,
holy shit, it was cold.
I know Kung Fu. Right there.
Can I get more McDonald's?
Number 2. I have a number 2. That's what he's saying. All right, thanks for that, Angel.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Okay. Check this out. I didn't bookmark anything here. We're almost done here, folks. The tortoise whose rampant sex drive helped save his species is finally retiring.
Retiring from fucking?
Galapagos, and he was fucking like crazy. I guess. I don't know. I can't get into this. All right, I got to do lightning round because we've really spent a lot of time.
We're pushing it.
Oh no! Okay, Silence of the Lambs sequel, Clarice, set at CBS. Fans believe Kim Kardashian and Kanye West had a secret affair years before they went public. Who gives a fuck, right? Really, I always have one of those. Star Trek Picard has already been renewed for second season. They have a fucking Star Trek Picard series coming out with Patrick Stewart. Fantastic. This guy punched Baby Yoda, and he's recounting it. He was a stormtrooper in the final episode. What it was like for a potential juror to tell the court he couldn't be impartial to Harvey Weinstein's rape trial. Man, I really wanted to get into that. I don't know what that's about. Good, that's that. Okay. That wasn't even lightning round. Here's lightning round. Look at that eyeball. It's amazing, man. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. That's an eyeball. Close up. Look at these kids. You see this?
Parenting win.
So these kids are dressed as Transformers, and they're the robots, but they're actually transforming into the vehicles and into the things.
I want
perfectly.
That video.
It's awesome.
Look at
Fantastic.
that.
Fantastic. Okay. I'm sorry, we got to move fast here. Look at this. Perfect. Okay, we have a woman doing a booty shake on the dance floor, and obviously in front of an audience. And then we have a surprise guest who comes up and has a bigger booty. She does the splits, and she splits her fucking trousers open. She's not wearing any panties. And it's, I would say, safe for work. It's safe for work. There you go. Rip. And then she does the splits, rips her giant shorts open, and she looks embarrassed, but she's smiling. Okay. This guy is in a car, and it flips over, and he's doing a selfie of himself the whole time. We'll see that one more time. Look at these guys are so freaked out.
Fucking idiot.
He's like, woo, I love my life. And then he does the car like flips over, and he's doing a selfie video the whole time with 3 people in the car. Everyone's okay. Don't worry. This is a family show. This is just fun. We have a man with a firecracker in his nose, and he's lighting it, and it just explodes. And he's kind of wondering, why did I do that? And he's going, fuck this. Sorry, I don't have sound. A guy behind him's going, it looks as dumb as him. And there's a tear coming out of the man's eye. Here you go. Let's watch that again.
Why?
Bam! Look at him, dude. Okay, we'll watch it slow-mo. Ready? Boom. You know, it's hard to curate these things, man. All right, next. Now here's another firework.
Wenn man früh genug loslässt.
Look at this. I love it when they explode in the end. So this guy has a huge bottle rocket in his hand, and he's holding it, and he doesn't let go of it when the flames are shooting out of the bottle rocket, and he finally realized, I need to let go, because his hand's burning. And then he lets go, and it just explodes right in front of him. I love it when it's all said and done, it explodes. And this one's for you and me, Angel. When we were younger, we were out golfing, and I reached out to get a golf ball on the golfing range, and Angel was to my left, and he sliced a ball directly into my left ear and hit it dead on as I reached out. So here you go. We have 2 gentlemen golfing. One's bouncing. Oh, we'll just watch it first. Here you go. Boom. So we have a guy bouncing a ball on his club, and then he hits it in the air, and another guy adjacent to him slams the ball while it's in the air, obviously trying to hit it in front of them as a cool trick, but instead the ball ricochets off of the club and he hooks the ball into the guy's balls who was bouncing the ball. Let's see that in slow motion, shall we? Goes in the air, 25% slow, and boom, little delayed reaction there. All right, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. You got anything, Angel?
I got nothing, man. I'm really, really sorry I hit you in the head with a fucking golf ball. I'm glad you're not dead.
What did I get out of that? I think I got a beer. I think I got a movie. And I got a dinner at Applebee's, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And an apology, a sincere, heartfelt apology.
Oh man, remember I was like convulsing on the floor,
dude.
I think,
all the fucking pros came out. All the pros came out, and they were like, "Where did the ball hit? Where did the ball hit? If it hit him in the temple, that's it. He's done." And I was like, "Jesus fucking Christ, man! Don't say that shit to me right now. Just call 911, do something." And you were bleeding a little bit.
Yep.
Oh God, Jesus!
But it was right in the ear, like right in the center of the ear. I didn't burst the drum, luckily. And sometimes I hear better out of the left ear, which is really interesting. You know,
maybe
really
I jarred something loose.
But I have actually had funny. I never talked to you about this. I've actually had like different things going on with this left ear. But in the past, I would say 5-6 years, nothing. But for about a decade, it was like funny things kind of happening, but nothing. But anyway, it could be placebo stuff, Semitic. Semitic. Yeah, it could be just suggestive. I don't know. Anyway,
psychosemantic.
Psychosemantic blockage. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us on this episode of Very Random, Bravely Mistaken. We'll be back next Thursday, God willing, with a guest and back on track here. If you want to catch the video of the show, you can go to YouTube. I guess we'd say Angel. You got anything? Any promos you want to? Nothing. Plugs.
Nothing to pitch. Nothing to plug.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Angel, as always. Appreciate your camaraderie and your availability.
Always.
Okay. So, guys, if you want to check out the show, it's at Jordan's Moves on YouTube. Jordan's Moves, one word. If you type in Jordan's Moves, 2 words, it's Michael Jordan doing slam dunks. Please, if you want to interview anyone, leave it in the comments or leave a review for the show or subscribe or just watch it, actually. Just watch the show. That would be helpful right now. That would really work out for us if you just watch the show. We're looking for watchers. And otherwise, we'll see you next week. And I just want to let you know that you should never be afraid to make a brave mistake. And as always, I like your moves.